Look, we're currently in negotiations to add a player. I can't reveal who that is exactly, but yeah, we're hopeful that that will happen, hopefully in time for this weekend. But at this stage, the reality is it's not a reality. So we just have to continue on business as usual at the moment, and you know, hopefully that comes to fruition. But if it doesn't, then we just continue on with the group that we have. But obviously that would be a huge thing for that to go down, and you know, for the club and for the community if that player is to sign. So we're obviously doing everything we can to get that across the line. But you know, as I said, it's not a reality at the moment. So we just got to keep working at the way of what we're doing and see how we go.
What's the sticking point? I guess is it dollars or?
I can't go into that, but the discussions are happening, and you know, I'm confident that something will happen, but. I can't confirm anything for you right now, unfortunately, as much as I tried.
Would that almost make you unbeatable?
Oh, I think that's probably a stretch given we're sitting 0-8 at the moment, but you know, like it would certainly transform us into a totally different team, and the calibre of player that she is, you know, obviously makes some people sit up and take notice. That's for sure. So. You know, it's an exciting opportunity that we're really keen to nail down, but you know, we've got to make it work for both parties, and yeah, hopefully we can do that.
We saw one of your horse go down his ankle last game.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
Yeah, so that was more of a scare, to be honest, and luckily we had the couple of weeks off that's sort of given us a chance for her to fully recover. So she's had, you know, a couple of days rest and then back doing some individual work over the break, so she's ready to go, and we shouldn't have any issues from here with that.
You've had a couple of weeks off. Did you give the players some time off, or how did you approach that?
Yeah, so we took some time away in terms of you know, our group training sessions, but every player had an individual schedule over that period to work on some stuff, whether it was shooting or ball handling or conditioning, whatever it was. So we broke up into groups to do that. Essentially give them a little bit of a break, but keep the foot on the pedal, I suppose, just so we could, you know, take a bit of a breath, but keep getting better at the same time.
Are you happy with the improvement over the last few games, probably especially since Paige has been here? You're confident that first win's not far away? Yeah,
look, we're taking steps forward most weeks. A couple of weeks we've taken steps backwards, but that's the reality of, I guess, where we are. You know, looking at the stats over the break, it's clear basically what's holding us back is we're not getting enough shots up. You know, we're turning the ball over too much, but we're simply just not playing fast enough to get those easy scoring opportunities. So, you know, our percentages stack up against most teams, you know, in the middle of the pack there and are competitive, but we're just not getting enough easy opportunities to put those points on the board. So we've got to continue with that, and I guess another indicator of that is our free throw shooting. We're dead last in free throw attempts, but like I think second or third in percentage. So whilst that's not totally in our control, it's an indicator that we're probably not playing with enough pace and putting enough heat on the opposition early in the offence to create easy scoring opportunities. So that's been the focus, I guess, over the break in terms of the way that we're sort of preparing for this weekend. But yeah, to answer your question, it's hard to say that we're happy being 0-8, but there has been some massive progress when you compare where we are now as a group and the culture of the team and the transformation of the team, I suppose, in terms of personnel, compared to where we were last year. So that is pleasing. Obviously, me as the coach and the players, we're desperate for that first win, and you know, we've been pretty close a couple of times, and we feel like we've probably let ourselves down a few times in that. But we certainly feel like, even with the squad that we have right now, without adding anyone else, that we can still be competitive in this second half of the season.
If you got Smith, that would be one of the biggest signings in Tasmanian women's basketball history.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, well, I mean, in terms of, I guess, high-profile players, I think that in recent memory, the most high-profile player would be like Kayla George, or Kayla George when she was here, and then obviously going back to WNBL days would be the next one, and Robin Maher and players like that. So, if that was to eventuate, it would be a huge thing for the club and for the basketball community, and our sponsors and our fans.
When do you expect a decision on that tomorrow?
Oh, as soon as possible. Look, if it was up to me, it should be coming this weekend. But we've got to let these things take their time. And as I said, we're working as hard as we can to get something done as quick as we can. But as I said, it's got to work for both parties, and both parties have got to be comfortable with that. Hopefully we can get that done.
Would you say it's looking more likely or unlikely?
I actually can't answer that. I don't know. Look, we've had some really good conversations, and it's been going on for a couple of weeks. Yes, but I actually can't tell you which way it's going to go. Yeah.
What do you make of your opponents this weekend? A good chance to get your first win on the board, I guess.
Oh, it's a tough weekend, to be honest. Ballarat sitting 5-5. I've got a couple of Opals squad members in Jade Melbourne and Zatina Ayakuso. And then have added Steph Gorman back from college, who I think played her first game just before the break and had 15 points or something. So it seems like everyone we play each week seems to be adding a new top-notch player, and it's the same thing on Sunday when we play Eltham. They're sitting 2-6, I think, but have the addition of Annalee Maley, so the WNBL MVP, who's just returned from a stint in the WNBA. So again, a transformational player for them, on top of 2 imports already. So, whilst you look at the standings and think, those are probably 2 gettable games, they're going to be really tough games. So, and I guess that's the reality of the competition, that every single week we're coming up against those challenges, and that's why we're here. We want that challenge, but hopefully we can make this a winner.